Rodgers going to come out throwing. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And that might be Titan football. It is. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
1st and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at the 45. They begin with Henry. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Those defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Henry again on 2nd down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To throw, here's Willis. A check down here for Henry. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they've got to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. They'll run it again with Henry. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively. They're on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Henry up the middle. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Titans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Willis on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Titans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop you, keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, they'll start to creep up, start to pressure receivers. Now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
2 things to watch. First, his strength in being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The Titans at 500 hit 6 and 6. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have the home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On first down, Willis. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Packers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Shotgun now for Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right?
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, he's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Inside handoff, Henry. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, Bean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On play action, now Rodgers. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 36, Rodgers. It's brought in by Harris. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now it's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And some secondary help here for the defense of the nickel on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick here is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. 1st and 10, it's Willis. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final shot before half for Rodgers. Going up top. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Now Willis on 3rd down. This will go to Henry out wide. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Henry running right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Running from the gun with Henry.
104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. A handoff, running left, Henry. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set.
Going on 4th down. Here's Willis.
And finding the tight end, Hooper.
And he is going to pick up the Titans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That good for 19 and a first down.
Henry Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Willis on the sneak.
Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now a throw here to his running back. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, it's Jones.
And this will be a Packers first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Touchdown, Packers.
Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry.
They'll get this up to about the 44. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side with Henry. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And his kick is indeed good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up, place the ball, so they can snap it and get back to work.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. On play action, Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time. but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here.
178 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw near to a 1,500-yard campaign.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A first down carry for Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Okay,
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll run it again with Henry. Showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Rodgers to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. So the field goal means we're back to a 1-score game. But with no timeouts left, I think this has to be an onside kick.
I like your analysis there, partner. I think you're right. You need the ball back. That's probably your only avenue.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Ready?
The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee.
Ready.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop.
Just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done. A narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome is in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Titans, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.
Spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God.